Is World War III prophesied in the Bible? The Bible does not say World War III, but many think that parts of Revelation, Daniel, Ezekiel, and Zechariah describe a future global war. Let's look at 4 passages and see what they say. Number 1, the Battle of Armageddon. Armageddon is mentioned several times in the book of Revelation. It is described as a battle in the valley of Megiddo in northern Israel where many people will be killed. Some see this as the final war of all time, a battle between the forces of good and evil. They believe Jesus Christ will lead the army of good against an army of evil led by the Antichrist. Here's what Revelation 16:14-16 says. Then the kings of the east with their armies were gathered together. And when they had assembled, there came a summons to them to go out to Megiddo to the battle of Armageddon. Some translations say gathered together their armies instead of armies assembled. Either way, this verse seems to show all nations gathering for a great battle. This is also mentioned in Zechariah chapter 14 verse 2, "For I will gather all the nations to battle against Jerusalem. The city shall be taken and the houses destroyed. The people slain to the number of the slain of the 9 nations, which are in the world." If this is a literal war involving all nations, then yes, it would be World War III. However, others believe that Armageddon will be a spiritual battle more than a physical one. They point to Jesus' words in Matthew 23:37, "Jerusalem, Jerusalem, the one who kills the prophets and stones those who are sent to her. How often I wanted to gather your children together as a hen gathers her chicks under her wings, but you were not willing." So the question is Armageddon a great literal war or more of a spiritual battle between the forces of good and evil? Number 2, Ezekiel 38:39, the War of Gog and Magog. This passage is a prophecy about a military attack against Israel. Ezekiel 38 verses to 2:6, "And I know that you will come from a far country, and Magog will assemble all its forces, and it will be like the former days when you went up against Israel, but it will be like the days of old. Thus says the Lord God, thus I will take up my position against you, thus I will bring foreigners against you, and they will arm themselves like an armed force. They will come against you with shield and helmet, and in great numbers they will be armed, all of them. But you will fall in loving kindness with all the people of the mountains of Israel. Then they will know that I am the Lord." In this passage, a man named Gog, a leader from the land of Gog and Magog, likely located near the Black Sea, will lead an alliance of nations against Israel. Many believe that Gog and Magog are code names for Russia, Iran, and Turkey and other nations that oppose Israel today. Verse 6 says that Israel will fight back and win with help from God. This is also mentioned in verse 39, where God supernaturally defeats the attacking armies with earthquakes, fire, and confusion. So some view this as another major war, possibly World War III, but is it the same as Armageddon? Or is it another war that happens before or after Armageddon? Some don't think this is a literal future war at all, but a symbolic representation of attacks that have already happened in Israel's history. As the prophet Ezekiel wrote, there were attacks from the surrounding nations in his day. In the past, Israel faced invasion from the northeast near the mountains of Gog and Magog. So some believe Ezekiel is saying that there will always be attacks from the northeast until the time of Armageddon. Number 3, Matthew 24, verse 6-7, "You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. Nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines and pestilences in various places." In this passage, Jesus talks about wars and rumors of wars being a sign of the end times. He doesn't call it World War III, but simply warns that as the end of the age approaches, wars will be common. So should we expect a major global war before the return of Jesus? Well, this is debated among Christians. Some believe that the return of Jesus is imminent and could happen at any moment. Therefore, they don't think there will be a major global war. Others believe that major global events like World War III must happen before the return of Jesus because they are mentioned in the Bible. For example, Matthew 24, verse 21 says that there will be great distress on the earth and on the sea, so that no seafaring is safe and all the coastlands will be troubled. Some believe this means a global maritime conflict. Number 4. The Antichrist. In Revelation 13, a figure called the Beast or Antichrist arises and gains control over the world. Many believe that the Antichrist will start or escalate World War III either before or after he takes over the world. First, Thessalonians 5:3 says that the Antichrist will bring a false peace before war breaks out again. Let us therefore, since we have such a hope, let us wash ourselves from all filthiness of the flesh and spirit, perfecting holiness in the fear of God. Some believe the Antichrist will start a war to take power. Others believe he will use war to increase his power once he's already in power. In conclusion, the Bible does not specifically refer to World War III, but many passages describe wars and conflicts that may be similar to what we would call World War III. Only time will tell if and when these prophecies will come true. This is a developing story. If a major global conflict does occur, we will make sure to cover it. Thank you for watching. Please share this video with your friends. Also check out our other videos and subscribe to our channel.